is upon us. Double Demon Hunter play. Of course, the big question is, will Moon take the invitation and play a Bear Mirror here with Kaho, who most likely would love to play just a straight up Bear Mirror? Or is it going to be something more creative?
That's the question here. Usually Moon a fan of Huntress pushes, bottoms, sometimes even keepers. Make it weird. Don't go into that Bear Mirror. Maybe play expansions. Play a lot of Dryads. So far, so standard, as we have Demon Hunters, Archers, Ancient of War creeps. This seemed to be the opening on Hammerfall.
And look at what we have here in the back of Moon's base. I knew ahead of the day already, going into this match, that we really had, or I had to pay close attention to the production tab and see what's going on, because you always gotta be looking out for Moon, what he may have prepared. The odds of Kaho playing like a Huntress AP push, extremely low. The chances of Moon playing it, a lot higher.
And this might come as a surprise. It's not that easy to scout. Kaho had a wisp up here, looking for some shenanigans. I don't know if he scouted the back of the base. Rather not. That wisp was also killed, so very little vision at the moment for Wonderboy, who goes for his own expansion early on. Second Engine of War by Moon as well. So Huntress push it is with a Demon Hunter, no Potter.
And I love that Moon does this in the first game of the series, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily going to work 100%, obviously, as any strategy. And if Kaho defends perfectly, I guess it's going to have a pretty good chance at holding a push, if it is to be a push. But with this already, there's a statement being made on map 1. You better watch out, buddy. Oh, and Kaho is trying to go for a fast expansion. Against what is going to be Mass Hunt and an AP push. Oh my god, things couldn't be worse.
It's rare that we have this in Warcraft 3, but this looks like a build order loss. We have an AP growing on the right-hand side, an Ancient of War growing on the left-hand side, and Mass Huntress are coming in when Kaho has nothing but stones, a few archers, and a demon. But this demon is well equipped. He got a lot of damage. He got the slippers as well. Plus, he can save some moon juice with the replenishment that he uses immediately. But man, he needs to scout yesterday.
Oh, he might be about to see something, but Moon pulled back. The Huntress was almost in range, but didn't want to reveal it just yet. Demon Hunter has the boots, has the dust. Kaho needs to know that something is going on. The expansion is coming. And a little suspicious, I guess, that Moon didn't try to cancel the expo. It's in Moon's best interest to allow the expansion to come up and then strike when all those resources didn't pay off yet. But now the archer for Kaho in the middle sees the hunts, and now alarm bells must be ringing.
Okay, what's the reaction? Another Engine of War in his base. Huntress Hall down to 3/4 as well. He forced Moon back.
Oh, AP! AP caught by the demon. Oh my god, that's such a big deal.
Oh, he can't root.
We can't root. Oh, this is the worst timing. An absolute blessing for Kaho here, and one part of the plan for Moon fails right away.
Oh boy, still Mass Huntress versus Demon Hunter Archers. Nothing else is up yet. And this expansion, of course, or this attempt of an expansion so far. We're going for the shop. This is, of course, crucial for the defense. Can't get that. No potions for you, buddy.
No dust here for Moon, by the way. The archers are safe for now during nighttime, which is still lasting a while. Demon Hunters playing Ring Around the Rosie with a boots of speed. Very important that Moon got them earlier. His demon is weaker on lower level, but with the boots he can still run fairly well. Until the Naga comes in. Naga's second for Kaho. Now he's got Cold Arrow, trying to deal with his Huntress threat.
Lots and lots of damage on these archers. He needs them in the back as protected as possible. Speaking of protected, Hunts are protected in the shadows for now at least. Reveal used, archers falling, Naga in trouble as well. Demon Hunter used the town portal already, only has a staff and boots, of course. Naga survives, Huntress are all low. Kaho with a more than solid defense.
Yeah, absolutely. This was beautifully played. Of course, some archers went down, but the heroes survived, playing around the Demon Hunter very well. Catching that AP, of course, was such a big deal. Imagine if there was an AP as well in this push.
Yeah.
Would have been a way different story. And now, it's looking rough for Moon, man. This first push didn't really work. The Demon Hunter can heal up once more. He did so from the Moonwells. That's going to be it for a while.
This was all the moon juice, and it is daytime soon. Oftentimes you want to prepare for your real push, but the hunts are all low, the APs are growing, the staff is now on cooldown! He's chose the wrong huntress, that one was hurt, easily sniped, and Kaho again with great decision making and great speed.
One AP is definitely gonna get cancelled here. What about the second one? That one might finish, and this seems to be the lifeline for Moon. He needs to get up these APs. He knows that time is running out, and running out quick. The Naga second, by the way, has been working out extremely well, both against the Hunts and against the enemy Demon Hunter. She's not pretty hurt, but tell you what, if she dies, she's pretty easy to resurrect.
That's right. Costs a little bit of time and resource, but that's about it. Moon finally has an anchor in this strategy, and that is the AP. The second one only at 50%.
Town is under siege.
Whew, but how long can Huntress carry this game? I think their time is over, and Moon thinks just like me and goes into Glaives.
Alright, counter Glaives as well by Kaho. It's gonna be long-range siege, but Kaho is the first one to have them up. Kaho seemed to always be in the right spot here so far this game. Great scouting, great adjustments, and it's a lot of damage on the AP already. Moon needs to save at least one of these APs, otherwise this siege is broken and the game is over.
Critical situation in the game here. No tech on either side, no bears, which is always a good sign for a Night Elf Mirror. Okay, there's still some trees that the APs can use to heal. Lots of wisps coming in for more reinforcements. We draw a line in the sand. It's time. You gotta stop this glaive thrower somehow, if you're Moon.
It's gonna be about glaive thrower micro here as well. By the way, thank you for the first couple of subs of the day. Hippo, Kevin, Scythius, and CJMJMM with the resubs, and Doom Hogan with the raid. Guys, thank you.
Thank you. All right.
So far, great defense by Kaho. Can he deal with APs and glaives now?
Gotta be a little careful with this Demon Hunter. Moon Juice not ready, really. Lots of repair. Oh, the next volley might be able to kill it. He's going for a Moonwell. Can he reach one more time? He can. Kaho supply blocked at 36.
Alright, no more glaives for the time being. That is kind of an important factor. Demon Hunter with heal potions. 2 of them purchased. Ready to charge in once again. And now the glaive micro is on. Charging into the AP would be scary, but if one guy can do it, it's the Demon. He is very tanky. And now, at the moment, nothing is in range here for Kaho. No Moonwells in danger of falling. Only the glaives if he pulls them forward.
Crazy that this game is still going 10 minutes in. We thought Kaho was down and out. Then we thought Moon's push is broken and held. But neither was the case. Both are fighting in the first game of a hopefully long series. Many resources spent on repair. One glaive is down. Nice snipe by Kaho.
Yeah, of course, they're extremely fragile. 300 HP only, these little glaives. That's even less than ghouls with 340. So you gotta be real careful with where you move them. And of course, you need to use the wisps to repair them, which makes moving them weird because they're gonna get blocked. So it's all a little bit wonky, or as our Canadian friend would say, fumbly bumbly.
Fumbly bumbly. If you miss Carson, it's a little bit early in Northwest Canadiana land. He will be there for Series 3 and 4 today. Demon Hunter, will he be there in Series 3 and 4? Probably not. The glaives are down, the Demon Hunter is hurt. All that speaks in favor of Moon is the supply, but just barely.
Now it's time to pick up some more targets. Glaive goes down, Fork Lightning's in, the Demon is dead, and this game is over.
Kaho winning the game pretty successfully. I mean, if you win a game, it's always successful, isn't it?
Successfully won.
Convincingly was the word that I was looking for. Doesn't even look bothered. By the way, massive shout out to Kaho, the only Chinese player to grace us with his camera. Doesn't want to take that cut of prize money if you're not providing a cam. But yo, he came prepared, even though he scouted it late. Little bit of a gift by Moon to give him that AP. But also solid scouting at the right time, and Demon Hunter position was perfect, so the Ancient couldn't root. And then he was down.
Yeah, I would love to have a time machine now, or what is it called that Doctor Strange can do, and go into the other universe where the demon doesn't find the AP. How different does this push look?
Yeah.
Is it just going to be an instant win, or is there still going to be struggle? Because obviously it would have made for a much more dangerous situation, but I wonder if still with it... What the hell, the game closed?
What? No?
No, it did. Okay, never mind. I wonder if even with it, a hold would have been possible.
Shout out to everybody who's playing Star Trek Fleet Command with us. Just saw someone reach level 12. That is a nice effort. That takes a bit of time. It's the main objective in our partnership here this month. And of course, a little bit of money in our pocket. Go check it out while we wait for games. This is the best way to spend your time. ! Star. Join the alliance on server 155. Called back to Warcraft. Now we got the 1-0 lead and a join bug. See, for these moments, Star Trek Fleet Command, Remo. How far is your space station?
Oh, not far. It's in the planning stages.
Aye. It's gonna be turning out like the Death Star. That's the franchise, right? With the Death Star?
Star Trek?
Yeah? No?
Are you doing sci-fi appropriation right now?
I do. All right, a little bit of a re-host. I'm in, you're in. Wonderful. That gives us some time to talk about W3Champions. I was about to say that prior to the game, but then it started and I was all confused. They grace us with new features, everybody. Just this week, to celebrate the W3Champions finals, they enabled a new thing on their maps. And of course, you know that we got FPS, ping, APM in these little yellow numbers at the tippity top. W3Champions now enabled a timer with minutes and seconds. This is so good. For 2 decades and counting, we were reliant on the Night Elf clock at the tippity top of the Warcraft 3 screen with like dots and stuff. That was hard to read. It was annoying to read. And now this is gone. Well, it's still there, so you don't have to change your patterns for reading timings and stuff. But minutes and seconds have finally arrived in Warcraft 3. Thank you, W3Champions team.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was seeing it for the first time right now, and I wonder how much that's going to make its way into the minds of players and observers, maybe? Since we're going to have it now visibly so clearly in front of us, maybe it's going to become more of a tool.
I hope that the community comes together and creates a library of build orders, not orientating themselves towards food or dots, but rather minutes and seconds. That would be really, really great. Now, this is the sound that we love. It is still the most beautiful sound in the world, a starting Warcraft game with these 2 heroes. It's Moon, it's Kaho, it's 1-0 for Wonder Boy, but the second map is Moon Meadows.
Yeah, it was his loser's pick right away. No surprise to see that here. He does favor this map quite a bit. Over the years, throughout his career, we've seen many crazy maps here, and that not just in one matchup, but in almost any matchup, it feels like. Moon has always felt very comfortable on this map, and I guess he has been a pro player just about for as long as this map has been around.
That is, I can't argue with that, I guess. Maybe he invented this map. Maybe that's why he's so good on this map. Ever thought about that? Probably
Maybe
not.
he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he misses the old dragon on the islands, which used to be a thing a long time ago. Dude, do you remember the drag and drop strategy?
I do. I talked about this week because I watched a Shao KK match and casted it. And Shao KK was known as the Dragon Tamer because he abused that creep very, very well and lured it into opponent's bases and held it there with the shackles of an end snare. And then it destroyed the opponent's base. It was glorious.
Yeah, that was one of the really funny strategies that ever came out of Warcraft. Just pull the Drake with a Wyvern and snare him in the enemy base, and then Dragon Mad. Wow, Desolation of Smaug. That was, yeah, quite something. Chaos damage, level 10 Dragon. Not bad.
Maybe we see some chaos damage here as well, because we have Demon Hunters. Is the Demon Hunter the only hero capable of chaos damage?
A player's forces are under
Oh. Well.
Without summons.
Yeah. For summons, we have Dreadlord. I guess heroes. I guess that's only the demon. I feel like chaos damage, to make it more epic, just should have bonus damage against everything.
I think chaos damage should get a huge range from like 1 to 1000. It's chaos after all.
That is pretty funny. That would be super weird. It's like that item in isn't there this item in Diablo, these gloves, which give you 1 to 10% damage or something?
Yes, yes, yes. Gotta be lucky.
You gotta roll the dice. We are, after all, on Twisted Meadows, sometimes referred to as Casino Warcraft, where lots of items drop and sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you do not. How both would have loved to find the Scourge Bone Chimes. They didn't get it, not in the first attempt, but there will be more attempts on this map at the labs. I guess Kaho rather unlucky with quite the useless item in the flute.
We got a flute, which is, yeah, really not that great, but we got Devotion Aura from Moon, which is a free armor upgrade, and that is pretty damn good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. And this time, I don't see any Hunter's Halls. I don't see any second APs, Ancients of War. This could just be a straight up game, but it's Moon, so you can't be damn sure that it's anything but a straight up game.
Linehorn Tooltips has 1 armor, but it's 1.5 armor.
Yeah, because it can't show decimals in tooltips.
No, I think it can, but it can't to... It can't do certain ones, right? I think the Catgas pipe still says 0.5, or it used to say 0.8. It used to be 0.75, but it could only say 0.8.
Huh. Well, hopefully we get a patch soon. I mean, we got a patch this week that fixed the Firelord bug, so it doesn't miss his attacks anymore. So hoping for the best. Maybe they can fix the decimals of items.
Very high up on the list.
High up on the prior list.
I'm sure. Alright. So we've been seeing some Demon Hunter creeping, both on level 3, both with the boots and the staff, and both sold the TP on this huge map, which could come down to bear drops. I say that is daring, good sir. Daring.
I mean, it's just as Happy says, right? I only have to use my TP when I make a mistake. So just play without mistakes and you will never use it.
A town is under siege.
Easy as that. Just be perfect.
A player's forces are under attack.
Kaho played a pretty close to perfect hold, I would say, on map 1. Looked really impressive there. Moon, I suppose, tried a bit of a cheese. And sometimes those fail, especially when they're discovered early. We remember that AP, which was a tragic detail for Moon, at least. So, here on map 2, so far we see no APs hidden, no weird proxy stuff, no push as it looks. Just seems to be a straight up normal bear game so far.
We got a tele staff instead of a town portal, so Moon is back defending. Kaho is delaying lures for a tiny little bit. And with that, Kaho is catching up because his Hunter's Hall is a little bit late to the party. So at the 5-minute 30 mark, nobody with boots just yet, but Kaho with a Naga.
Yeah, and a very early shot, by the way. When you just want to rush bears, very early shot is unusual, because you want to get to tier 3 and bears as quick as you can. Early shot normally means early staff and aggression. I didn't get the staff. Did you forget about the staff? This shop so far has had no value.
We'll see. Maybe he's rushing mountain giants.
That would be so funny. Just pick up the sticks, destroy a base.
Yeah. Unga Bunga Warcraft.
Oh, Bunga Bunga Creepjack over here. Moon coming in from two sides. Ancient of War goes down. This looks painful for Kaho. Good thing he found that big invul. He's gonna need it real soon. And there it is. All of a sudden, it's the enemy Naga who's in deep trouble. This could be a double kill on both Nagas. This one is certainly gone. Kaho trying to save his with a nice archer block. Seems like the Creepjack might be turning around on Moon's head. This is not what he wanted. Chop is there. Could go for a staff. And there are now the Moon Wells ready. Minimizing damage he's taking. And this Creepjack, not the most successful ever. At least he killed the Ancient of War. And he forced the invuln. But I guess he would have liked to have more.
Yo, he wanted to kill a hero, not lose a hero. Moon, that went the wrong way. 6 salvage by Kaho. You mentioned that archer block that pretty much saved the life right there. And Kaho got the momentum. Moon has an expo coming up in the north. And Kaho is taking to tier 3. So 2 very different styles again. Kaho going along the norm. And he has to figure out, again, it's coming down to scouting what Moon is cooking.
Staff ready, Demon joining the rest of the gang. Healing, by the way, now very low. We can see in the main base, especially for Kaho, Moon is almost non-existent. Good thing he's got bears coming soon. Moon doesn't have bears. Moon has Mass Dryads tier 2 only. The Naga is now back. And Mass Dryad Expo. That is the strategy I've seen the most by Moon, by far. Staff. Oh, last second. Look at that by Kaho. Just barely able to save his second hero. But he will suffer some losses here as well. Berserker goes down. Only getting a Dryad in exchange. Moon might be finding his footing again.
Yeah, especially by facing a lot of Dryads. That Berserker would have held a lot of value. With the piercing damage, of course. Now Naga creeping. We finally on the way to a Fork Lightning that we didn't see just yet. We weren't exposed to yet. Ultra Vision is coming. That will give Moon a little bit of a vision advantage during nighttime. Expo stands at 40%. Should be fine. And Kaho taking a step back, waiting for the bears.
Trying to create the next big consumable here. Would love to get another tank item for the Demon, invuln or heal potion. But the enemy is here. He is at the gates, if you will. Can Moon steal it? Demon Hunter is fully slotted. Pretty difficult to pick items in that situation. Everyone's fully slotted here, by the way. Uh-oh. Things get weird. Fumbly bumbly. Cloak on the ground. Demon super hurt. Only a Scroll of the Beast. And another Dryad kill. Oh, Moon is warming up right now. Time to get more kills. And Kaho is getting kind of destroyed right here. Has the staff out to save the bear. That one gets away and the Naga does, but Archer's falling, Dryads falling, and this is completely falling apart.
The first sequence in a game that clearly goes towards Moon, and he's still catching up here. A town portal would have been grand, but no, that was indeed a fumbly and also a bumbly. But Kaho's still fighting in direct engagements, except for this one. He had the upper hand on map 1 and also so far on map 2. But Moon, with his favorite units, finally at the ready, taking the charge.
10 supply lead, also a heal scroll and an invuln. Strong items in general on his Demon Hunter. Kaho finally has the bears up now, but not too many. It's only 2 ready to fight. Also has the Orb of Venom, great tier 3 upgrade, obviously. But the shop that he got it from might be going down right here. It takes a while with Dryads, but the damage will be enough in the end. And that might be enough for Kaho to pack up his things and leave.
Moon has the expo up. There might be one push somewhere on Kaho's side. I wonder if he went for the lab to go for Zeppelin, but that's a bit of an obvious play, a little bit of a desperate play, maybe.
If he goes for the lab, that would take way too long. Kaho's in a bad position here. He's semi-contained. He has to protect his main base, but he knows he also needs to be active across the map. So he is kind of deadlocked right here. Moon can't do too much as long as Kaho sticks around. The other way around, sorry. Kaho couldn't do too much as long as Moon stuck around, excuse me. So Moon was able to tech up and equalize with tier 3. Soon being ready for him, he's going to have bears then of his own, and of course going to have the expansion. And this just looks like a great tactical play here that is giving Moon the big lead.
Yeah, whenever Kaho is stepping out of his base, Moon is ready to strike. But is he ready to save the Naga? Kaho with the sweet little wisp block, but Demon at the ready. Boots of Kel'Thalas for Kaho's Demon Hunter. Packing quite a punch once that item is moved over. But Moon, he just doesn't care, dude. He's stepping into Kaho's base. No Moon Juice, no Ancients really to help defending. But this Naga worries me a little.
Waiting for the perfect heal scroll. Is Moon gonna pop it here? This is all about buying time, I think. Moon is sticking around on the enemy side of the map, keeping his side safe, making sure that there's gonna be no attacks, and buying the necessary seconds and minutes for tier 3, which is now close by. Finally, he's gonna have to TP out, getting caught here, but enough time was bought. Big supply lead, tier 3 about to be reached. Really, really nice play here by Moon.
Moon, check in. What's the situation? How good are you in these fights? He's still a little bit too strong. There were some sick Dryad saves in there on Kaho's side. Who's creeping up now? For the level 2 Fork Lightning, getting stronger and stronger with the hero. Sapper gets 1 Moonwell, gets 2 Moonwells. And if he gets out now, that was perfection. Kaho was opening up the lab and Moon exploits it. So well done.
Players' forces are under attack.
Almost cost him something, almost got punished for it, but the Demon Hunter even getting out beautifully makes that a perfect play. So well done. Now even if Kaho had been at 50, wanted to push, wanted to break into upkeep, that wouldn't even be possible. So the most he can fight with right now is 43, and I guess he has to fight because the expansion keeps running. This game is slowly spiraling out of control for the younger Night Elf. And that was just picture perfect play. Really, really, really strong recovery here for Moonrise on his own map.
That's right. Whew. Stressful situation for Kaho as Moon is pretty much dominating his home turf so far. Devotion still, of course, great. Level 4 and level 3. We got more HP on the Demon Hunter, which makes hero focus harder, which is in general not the play you want to go for in a Night Elf mirror. We have a TP, so Kaho wants to stay in this game a little longer, even though it's 1 base, 2 base. He was spending time and no upkeep, so the financial situation isn't as dire for him as it might look, and he's trying to counter-expand. Already 2/3 done, and an attack towards Moon, who does hold a town portal though.
He's gonna TP over right away, not gonna risk it with the repair and walking there. And the Bears might have enough to get the kill here, in fact. Might come at a price though. The Wisps are gone. There's no repair anymore. The Bears starting to drop low. 1 has been staffed out and saved, but 2 more will die. Will they? Can he save that one? No, not quite. 2 Bears go down. That makes this a very expensive expedition. But Kaho, of course, has the expansion coming up as well on his side. If he can buy now a couple of minutes, he might even be back in this game.
Players' forces are under
Yeah, man. This was a nice execution. Even though Moon was ready, he has to catch up, but I think he can catch up. Moon, of course, also with the tier 3 by now, and he finds the Vamp Aura. Oh, this is glorious. His bears are so much better than Kaho's bears.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Double auras now on his side. Upgrade-wise, we are even at the moment. But Moon now gonna take the lead. Whew. He's 1 upgrade ahead and 2 auras ahead. Everything now speaking in favor of Moon. Also, of course, because he is already in upkeep.
players' forces are under attack.
Second expansion. Moon now scout at the bottom left. He knows what's up. He had wisps absolutely everywhere on the map to get ready for this. A little bit of an exchange leads to 1 more kill. Who's closer to level 5? It is definitely Moon. XP advantage. Naga, of course, not in trouble. How do you deal with that, though? Well, if your opponent goes for 1 expansion, Moon doubles down on it. He goes for 2 at the same time. Classic Moon Meadows play.
Absolutely. Multiple expansions here have been seen many, many times before. Moon now in a strong attacking position. Crosses a halfway point of the map. He could take on the enemy Expo, which he has scouted previously fairly easily with a Wisp. Oh, fighting in a narrow position here. This looks like the Battle of Thermopylae with Leonidas against Xerxes.
What? The what?
The Battle of Thermopylae? 300?
Ah, 300. Yeah.
Yes. The brave Spartans. Who are the Spartans here? Hard to tell. They kind of look similar. We got bears on both sides. Supply gap is somewhat narrowing, but 8 of that is still bears, or dryads rather in this case for Kaho in the main. Also a bear. It's just AFK next to the lures, which means this should make for a pretty easy expo kill.
Demon Hunters duking it out. Bears take revenge. Naga is here. Man, this looks like Groundhog Day just from the opposite side. This is exactly what happened at the upper right, but Moon with way fewer losses in his endeavor to clobber down an additional base. And Kaho, no save, and he's got to run. Naga in trouble. Bears coming from the right-hand side, but I don't think that will help. Dryad blocking for a second. Steph at the ready.
Question is, can Kaho take a favorable fight here with the Demon Hunter advantage? Well, the advantage won't be for long because the Demon is back for Moon. Fork Lightning hitting in. There's still more mana on Kaho's Naga. Perhaps she can provide some additional damage, but now the Bears get to connect for Moon and they're so strong. Oh my lordy. With these auras, with these upgrades, they almost get the enemy Demon Hunter. That one gets saved with the staff. Same cannot be said for this bear. Another loss for Kaho. One of many in this game.
3 bases up for Moon. And running. And 58 food. And level 5 Demon Hunter. He can do pretty much whatever he wants now. And Kaho, does he even know that he's up against 3 bases?
Yeah, I don't really think he does. Mana burns being exchanged at the shop. Everyone's dry right away. That level 3 burn is pretty good. Everything also hurt for Kaho. Needs that heal scroll yesterday. There it is, but everything is still kind of hurt. So it didn't fix the issue entirely. And the Naga's getting run down by the enemy Naga. The boots make that possible. That is another hero kill. And what looks very much like the game. Huge lead in every respect here for Moon. He'll be closing out game 2 in convincing fashion.
Yeah, nice micro as always by Kaho. With the few forces he has, he's doing the best he can. But strategically, Moon was just a little bit ahead. Better timings. The separate timing comes to mind. Sweet creep jacks. And even though 1 or 2 situations backfired, he caught him at the top. And oh my god, was that a nasty, nasty exchange where he basically lost his entire army. Demon Hunter still duking it out. Gotta be careful here. But the next bear will bring the next reju. And of course, the Vamp Aura is super helpful right now. GG.
Alright, and there's the GG we saw coming. That's Kaho. King map 2. Moon ties it up. And we turn this into a best of 3.
That is absolutely correct. Series tied up. That means more Warcraft. That is always more good. But we gotta say this was also Moon's first hero, first map pick. And it was expected that he wins it here. Was it expected that we get so much support from the community for this tournament? Absolutely not. Neilskin buying the Night Elf profile picture. Absolutely lovely. Thank you, thank you. Dekka buying the Frostmourne, and Lix also buying the Frostmourne. Frostmourne is in high fashion this season. It's always a little bit of a battle which race buys the most profile picture. This season it's clear Frostmourne hungers.
As it always does. And we're hungry for map 3. This is going to be Kaho's map choice. Autumn Leaves it is. And the players, let's ask them, are they ready?
In best
ready
Michael
we are.
Buffer fashion, are you ready? And the game seems to be starting. Looking fine. Looking good. Dude, these guys are 1 MMR apart on the ladder. Did you see that? 2,584 versus 2,583.
Well, that means we must go full distance here and have a 5-map equal series with these two so evenly matched. Which, interestingly enough, is the exact opposite story of what their run has been looking like lately. Moon is a huge win record against Kaho historically, but Kaho has been looking much more successful in recent tournaments. Perhaps that's what's evening it out.
Okay then, Autumn Leaves it is, oftentimes a wild and brawly map. Will it be the same here? And who takes the lead? Who takes the match points? So many questions. Let's answer them. Got Moon on the bottom left-hand side. We got Kaho in the upper right-hand side. Let's go.
So far, it's been all Demon Hunter play, and with the shop creep in this position, I would have said it should be Demon Hunter again, shouldn't it? But Moon defies... No, he doesn't defy. For some reason, I thought Moon also had it at the shop, but he didn't have it at the shop. He has it at the green, and that makes for a bottom the first time today. All right.
Okay, it is, of course, Moon going for the bottom, moving away from the norm. And that's then again gonna be a lot of Huntress, and maybe an AP, and maybe we take it to Glaives. It should be a little more similar to what we've seen on map 1. Thank you, Belusted, for the 40 month. And Heisenberg 256, thank you for your prime. Dropping a prime, it's not a crime. Sub to the dub. Yes, I feel bad for
with Money Boys soon, Neo.
Dude, that would be an honor. With the greatest German rapper of all time.
Let's go.
Mike Noise, thank you for your tier 1 sub as well. 18 months, that is 1.5 years. Thank you.
Oh, Kaho is struggling a bit here with the creep. Ancient of War took a lot of damage. Wisp has to come for the repair. The bottom! Oh my god, imagine if he gets the kill. Oh, the Ancient of War goes down! Oh, Kaho! It's a disaster!
Oops.
Looks like he may not have played this creep in a little while. Yeah, this creep again does lots of damage. You need Wisp repair a lot earlier. I guess now he knows that as well.
Lesson learned, but a little bit too late. Demon Hunter, yeah, and has only immolation. Can't even do mana burns. Can't even immolate. This might just be a straight up win for Moon right here.
Dude, this is a terrible start. Dude. He didn't even get... Wait, did he get the item? No, he didn't get the item. Where's the item?
Yay.
Yeah, right.
Maybe he sold
still
it.
there.
Oh yeah.
Like Urs. Oh man, he needs this last hit so bad. Oh boy. Oh boy. Food him.
Bottom craft. Oh.
Got it. Whew. Okay. That was needed so bad.
Still no level 2.
Still no level 2. That is very true.
Kaho has no clue.
This is the perfect position. Perfect position for Moon. There's no archers. Dude, he can't make any archers right now. Kaho should be dead to rights.
He could go for mercs to save himself a little bit. Problematic is that you have to venture out on the map for that, and with mass hunts you usually have the map control. We said similar things on map 1, you know, where things looked really good for Moon for a long time, and then it didn't, and yeah.
Demon at least got level 2, but he's still struggling with healing. Level 3 is still very much far away. Bottom gonna take the rest of the creep camp here. That's her level 2. Item for her now, the claws. Those she does appreciate more than the ring. Has a dust for reveal, and now the question is, what's the next step for Moon? How's he gonna spring the trap? AP push is expected. But there's also some other avenues you can try to go down.
Let's see about that. Zeppelin would be super helpful. Hunts are coming in, trying to drain some more Moon juice. This is a bit similar to the age-old Amazonia Moon games in Night of Mirror. So we can definitely expect some APs. We also can expect more subs from you guys, apparently. Thank you very much. Serbian Jarks, you say sub to the dub, I say zug. Well done. And Fury of Curie, thank you also for your prime sub.
Thank you very much indeed. All right, Kaho is slowly stabilizing here. Archers are coming out. They're helping. If they're in a good position, they can they can good fight. They can fight well against the hunts, but only as long as they are. Now they're getting kind of trapped. The Moonwell healing, will it be enough? First unit starting to go down. The first one is the archer. At the same time, Huntress also dropping. Ooh, and the Archer lost his hurt. Man, it's gonna be more and more. Now Kaho has to pay the piper. More and more of his units are falling. Another Archer goes down in the back, only left with one single Archer to his name.
This doesn't look like Kaho's map pick at all. Archers suffering, Wisps suffering, Demon Hunter suffering. At least the Ancient of Wonders is up so he can go for a potion and the dust to deal with these pesky Hunters. But this was just the first little push. It's not even designed to decide the game.
Yeah. During nighttime, things are always looking okay. Moonjuice is regenerating. You can kind of stabilize. At some point here, Kaho should stabilize. But daytime is always coming, boys. If there was a Ned Stark for Night Elves, they would be saying, daytime is coming. They don't care about winter, but they do care about the sunlight. Maybe they are. Just like us gamers. Very much hateful of the sunlight.
I have no idea what this sunlight is you're talking about. But you come up with your imaginary things. This is indeed gonna be a problem, man. How is he supposed to hold the next wave? Look at all the corpses. Wisp don't even leave corpses. So you should add the souls of Wisps on top of all this. Brutal. Moon also level 3, which is perfect for the bottom. Got a claw as well. Demon Hunter, thanks to that Creep Camp disaster, not level 3. And do you see that yellow beeline moving north? The north remembers.
And that is very bad news indeed for Kaho. He may have to be the Night Elf who knelt in this game. And also at daytime, scrolls become available. Isn't that nice? Moon picks up the heal scroll, also has the invuln, and in we go. There's literally 0 moon juice left. Well, okay, there's like 20 or 17. Alright, good luck, Kaho.
Yo, his Demon Hunter in the middle of it all. We don't have a staff. Here come the APs. Huntress split and Kaho sees there is absolutely no way to hold this Moon. Moon. Takes map number 2.
Yeah, just a very solid bottom Huntress play. Let's be honest, Kaho lost that game more than Moon won it. This was a very unusual mistake. Taking way too much damage on the Ancient of War. Messing up the first move of the game, basically. Messing up the first creep of the game. Very weird. That is something normally we never expect from Kaho, whose fundamentals are so strong. But shows us that we are all only mortals. Everyone can make mistakes, even Kaho, and that one was a very, very evident one.
So Kaho with his back against the wall now, facing elimination. If Moon wins one more, he is in the semifinal for Championship Sunday. But this is once more Kaho's loser's pick, and he decides to go for... Wait, what? Concealed Hill? Is that right? Is that true?
No, it's not. No.
It's not?
Nope.
Okay, I was... If you pick Concealed Hill versus Moon, you're suicidal. He's the best.
Yeah, no. You know, Conceal will be Moon's pick. Kaho's is Echo Isles.
Oh, then nothing changes. If you play Echo Isles Night of Mirror versus Moon, you are gonna have a bad time. Calling it now. Moon is gonna win this one decisively. This is always a fascinating style in the Night of Mirrors with Merc camps and expansions. And nobody, hear me, nobody is better at getting these mercenaries, in getting these expos up and clobbering expansions down than Moon. He's gonna decide this now. 3-1. Kaho got no chance.
All right. Big predictions. Big predictions, Neo. Let's see if you're on the money. Kaho feels confident on this map. He also did so on the previous map. That one didn't turn out too well for him. He's hoping that fate now will turn in his favor.
Okay, I gotta figure it out. Okay, Kaho in the blue, Moon in the yellow. Gotta do some production shenanigans here. Is it gonna be the Demon Hunter Mercenary expansion style? And maybe, did Kaho come up with a solution to that? Here we go.
Double Demon must be the choice here. Yeah, Echo Isles in Night of Mirror has gone through different stages throughout its life cycle. Of course, when Echo Isles was still the old Echo Isles, much more limited in many ways, but also on the new Echo Isles. We saw double fast expo being a thing for a while, then a delayed tech being a thing for a while, double berserkers being a thing for a while that people were saving gold for, trying to be aggressive. And I think this is going to be a big difference maker here in the early game. How well can these players utilize the berserkers and the mercs early, whether it comes to expansions or not? And boy oh boy, is it important that the opponent doesn't get both berserkers.
That would be a lot of damage. Both with Demon Hunters, no bottom shenanigans. We see the norm here. I think Moon does it best, Foggy did it second best, and then nobody really comes close. And it's also in this tournament kind of hard to predict what maps will be played, because we got so many in the tournament pool. So preparing certain strats for certain maps, basically impossible.
No Shadow Priests yet. We have to wait for the Moonwells, but then I'm sure we're going to see those as well. Items at the start could make a big difference. Oh, and Kaho gets the C tier item.
Oh.
Ring of Region.
Oh, you know, maybe I talked too soon. Maybe I talked too bold. I did not expect the Ring of Region. Of course, my calculations in my head are A, slow, B, oftentimes wrong, and didn't factor in the Ring of Region. That C tier item is, might be a game saver.
Yeah, Moon also got a really good one, the circlet, but especially for early game healing, nothing comes close to the Ring of Region, which is absolutely outstanding. Immolation creeping. Moon really wants to double down on creep speed here. He knows this will fall off heavily later on, but it's all about creeping up as quick now as he possibly can. Maybe also try to get to the shop first and buy the next circlet there. We'll see about that. He's already at the natural, creeping that one right here. Got the green camp, and yeah, the immolation is making a big difference here.
Get a Ring of Protection as well. That is super helpful as you want to stay as long as possible, as close as possible to the opponent's expansion, but there's no expansion. Kaho just teching.
Okay. How much gold does he have? How many Bursies we're gonna see? Wisps on both sides of the map. 1900 hours is when they become available, which is right now. And Moon gets the one on his side. Kaho gets the one on his side. Alright. Nothing crazy.
Okay, that is the 3-minute 40 mark for everybody using the new in-game clock of War3Champions with minutes and seconds. Gotta go with the times, Remo, literally. Demon is not level 3. He denied one of the creeps. Oh, that's pretty annoying right now. He's trying to get the Shadow Priest, but nice movement. Great micro here by Kaho prevents that loss. I didn't even see Moon denying the creep, but it must have been. A null
The Wisp
poacher.
also denied. Yeah, that's one of the little dudes.
That's correct. That is the precise description of a null poacher.
Shadow Priest. One more hit. Oh, the deny. Huge by Kaho.
Wow, pretty sick how long he's able to deny level 3 Moon. Hunting for wisps, another detonate, another deny. And this Demon Hunter has to go to level 3 class again. Just in rage kills a critter.
Alright, Tree of Life. How much HP do we have? I click on it, I can't see it because we have the advanced overlay. That should be like 1100 maybe. Is that enough to come up in time? The demon is back to defend. He staffed home, healed up, and now he's putting in the damage on the enemy. First hero. Tree is dropping low, but should be surviving here. Wisps are coming south for the repair. Late though. Really late.
Oh, Moon, did you seriously make a mistake here? Or is this just the perfect timing?
Ooh,
Saved
that's
by
lucky for
the
him.
bell.
Lucky for him. Imagine.
Lucky?
That's been
It's all calculated.
earlier. There's no way. There should have been wisps down here regardless. That is the mistake. But he doesn't get punished for it sometimes. Good luck.
Hunter's Hall is ready for Kaho, so is the Naga. Moon is scouting for an expansion, still not there. Lots of repair now, of course, makes this expansion even more expensive. And finally, Moon gets level 3.
Took him a while, picks up the next item. He's a giga tank right now with these double circle double rings. How much armor is that? 14.2. That is what we call not bad.
That's right. I thought you were coming in with something like Giga Chat or something, but very good is correct. Kaho trying to be very disruptive, but he's on a timer. He has to stop this 2-base play by Moon.
Expansion play has led Moon to victory many times. This might be one of them. Ancient of War does go down here, but it bought valuable time. Time for tier 2 to be ready, which is right now. Moon could go for a second hero if he wishes. Naga is expected, and the Entangled is up. No canceling that either. Kaho is just being completely outmaneuvered. Outplayed, if you will, here by Moon on map 4.
Right on. There is a counter expansion coming now. It's very late and Moon of course has the Wisp right there. Also a Telestaff. If he gets a moment of time, he could staff over, cancel that Expo and win the game. Or maybe he doesn't even have to because the heroes are in dire straits as well for Kaho.
Well, Berserker goes down. That one was painful. Trying to get a hero kill here on the Naga, but the shop is right there in the perfect position. Literally the perfect position. Are you kidding me? Naga trying to get away, but the mana burn finishes her off as well. Moon with one hell of a showing here on map 4. Seems to be putting an early end to this series. The demon gets out for Kaho, but what else does he have? I tell you, not much, as we can see from the supply.
Doesn't staff over? Might have made the calculation that he doesn't have the damage to cancel it anymore. Gives Kaho a little bit of time in this tournament. Kaho is facing elimination here. He needs half a miracle to stop Moon in full swing. On 2 bases with good heroes now. Uber tanky Demon Hunter as he finds another ring. 13.6 armor. And what's supposed to derail Moon from his way into the semifinal now?
Yeah, seems like not much. Literally everything is speaking in his favor. Oh! And sneaky, guess what we have down here? APs coming up in a very rarely seen position that Kaho just passed by but didn't see. Vision range not quite long enough. And Moon is getting ready to spring the trap.
Always impressive how Moon is bouncing back. His WAL in March was half a disaster, being eliminated in the first round. He had to go through the qualifiers, Remo. The GOAT in the qualifiers. But he looked strong there. He's looking strong here. He looked strong last week against Yumiko. And Kaho doesn't really stand a chance so far.
Right, being caught. If he gets a kill here, maybe that's a glimmer of hope. There's a staff, but he's not going to use it. He wants to keep it available for the demon. He's also got a telestaff to get ready again. But Kaho right now seems to have superior numbers in this exchange right here.
Okay, his Demon Hunter is very hurt, but of course his staff is ready if he has the time to use it. Moon being blocked by a Dryad, being slowed, but reinforcements are coming in fast. No consumables here. The Ring of Regen is interestingly on the Naga. Would have loved to have that C-tier regen now, huh?
Oh! Demon Hunter there, almost going down. That was pretty scary, but Moon is losing a ton of units here. Kaho seems to have the better micro when it comes to the one-on-one fights between the armies. Dryads still quickly go down for both, of course. Fog Lightning comes in. One of those Berserkers is an illusion. I think Moon figured it out. Taking out the Riot 1, the staff is back, ready, and the big problem is for Kaho. The demon is too hurt. Can't join in the fight right now.
Illusion gone. Dryad falls on Moon's side. Archer coming in as well. Demon Hunter back only at 50%. Naga being hunted on both sides. Fish is on the menu here on a Friday. Very fitting. Muddy coming in with the slow. Oh, Kaho, is that the nail in the coffin? It is! GG! Moon into the top 4 of War3Champions Season 17.
Moon, he does it again. We thought perhaps today was finally going to be the day where Kaho breaks the streak. Moon has a great historic record against Kaho, and that continues today. And Moon, the Night Elf GOAT, in our top 4, where he belongs.
Where he belongs.